Good morning, Uganda. This is a special edition of Tax Mchuzi program where we bring you stories, lessons, and interesting facts about taxes and the taxpayers. Today is a special edition because we are doing one in the field. We are in Rubare town under Kabale DT, but it's specifically in Ntungamo. We have come with a tax education team that is doing quite a wonderful work educating taxpayers of their obligations, when and how they are supposed to pay their taxes. Just behind me in the background, like you see, the bus is open and ready to serve, and we are on the road to educate taxpayers but also provide the service that are provided in the bus. So the office is open. My name is Bukenya Andrew to bring you this special edition of Tax Mchuzi, and today we are handling something that is a bit specific. We have always brought you people, officers of very many kinds and backgrounds. But today we want to have a mind of a person who is everyday task is to engage taxpayers, not only on education, but also in terms of assessment and in terms of the collection of taxes. That's his everyday job. We in URA would normally call them foot soldiers. These are the people who make us shine by their way of interaction with the taxpayers. So we are speaking directly to him, and on set with me is Mr. Please introduce yourself and where you work, your responsibilities, and then we start the program.
Okay, thank you so much. My name is Nwagaba Celestine, and I'm a TREP Officer attached to Kabale DT.
TREP Officer?
Yes.
So a person who has had TREP Officer for the first time, what do you understand?
TREP, we are concerned to register taxpayers.
Okay.
We are, TREP is okay. We partner with URA, we partner with KCCA, we partner with URSB and local government. So particularly, we are field officers who go out to collect presumptive tax and again to register new taxpayers who don't have TINs, and probably that is our role. So almost every day I'm in the field talking to people. I'm in the field collecting presumptive tax. Presumptive tax is this tax for small businesses.
Exactly. That's where you should begin.
Yes.
Someone who is watching this program for the first time.
Yes.
What do you mean by presumptive? So that they know that we are speaking to them directly.
Presumptive tax is this tax that is charged on the small businesses. So when we go around in towns, we find shops, we find clinics, we find, not clinics, we find, okay, these small taxpayers, they are supposed to pay, they are supposed to contribute on their nation as well.
Okay.
So our tax is particularly for small taxpayers who don't file returns. So we go out, we find a shop, and we enter. We ask them some few questions, we assess. After assessing, we give them some time. Then after that time, we come for collection.
So the basis of assessment, the questions you ask. First of all, if you mean a small business, what is the meaning of a small business, and what is the basis of that assessment for a small business?
According to URA setting, a small business that is supposed to pay tax, they estimate that their gross turnover is supposed, in a financial year, is supposed to be 10 million and above. Then, but in our country, of course, it is very hard. It is the biggest challenge actually that we are facing to determine that this shop, this business is worth 10 million and above, because they don't keep records. Their record keeping is poor, is totally poor. They tell you, now I've sold sweets. How am I going to record that? So it is the biggest challenge that we face. Not that taxpayers don't want, but they are reluctant. They are reluctant to keep records, and at the same time, the setting of that shop, sometimes it is tricky to keep a record. Someone sells sweets, for instance, so you record 100, so they will tell you no.
So in this instance, they have a challenge of keeping records, which is some of the challenge to them and to us. How do you help them? And
now,
what should they do? in this?
Of course, we advise. When we we find them, we tell them, please make sure you do something, you write something. If that you have started your day, you've not kept records, but at least by the end of the day, be in position to write how much you have made today. For instance, the gross sales that you have made in a day. You have a book, write it. Tomorrow, write it. The next day, write it. Say that at the end of the month, we can be in position to trace how much you have collected, you have made. Then if we multiply by 12, we shall come to the gross turnover. But we preach, sometimes they don't do. So what do we do in that scenario? When they have not written anything, we have to now to go to other fields, asking other questions. For instance, on a good day, how much do you make? On a bad day, how much do you make? How much is your rent? How much is your license? So we base from there, even at the appearance of the shop, because there are shops which are bigger, there are shops which are smaller. So we can guess from there, but then the margin of error using that method.
Maybe they don't understand the value of keeping records on their side. How do you then translate into helping them understand that keeping records is important to them, to the person who is watching?
No, okay. I can't say that they don't understand the importance of keeping the records, but they are reluctant. And again, some of them want to under-declare. So they believe that when they keep records and the records are accurate, you will find when they have made too much, and then we assess them highly. But we are trying. We are trying our level best to make sure that we bring these people on board, so that they can at least have a book, that small book, so that when they see a URA officer entering their business premises, then they can run and pull out that book. Then they give it to us. We go through and we assess the right tax.
So now, what for someone who is watching, we talked about the declaration, talk about the lack of reluctance of keeping records. What is the effect to a taxpayer who is reluctant, who wants to under-declare? What are those adverse effects that they are looking at? But also, what are some of the benefits that someone watching here should know, that if I keep records and not be reluctant, if I don't under-declare, what are some of the benefits? And then in the end, what are some of the consequences for someone who is not complying?
Let me start with the benefits of keeping records. URA gives a chance to someone who keeps records. The person who keeps records, by the default of URA setting, someone with the records pays less than someone who doesn't
have records.
Yes, if you look into the presumptive schedule, how we are supposed to charge presumptive tax, someone who makes the gross turnover of 30 million, when he has records, that person pays 80,000. Then someone whom you think that makes 30 million without records, that one pays 100,000. So you can realize that there is that benefit for someone who keeps records. The difference is 20. So I've given an example of 80 because okay, it's the minimum that is begin with. So that tells you that record keeping has an advantage over not keeping records. Yes.
The next benefit,
someone who keeps records, of course, you cannot overcharge because they have the basis. They will tell you, no, we have been told that someone who doesn't make sales of 10 million is not supposed to pay tax. And if you can look at my daily sales, if you add up this, I'm less than 10 million, so I'm not supposed to pay tax. So there's no way how you are going to overcharge that person who has records. But if you don't have records, what do you want me to do, for instance? You are telling us that we are overcharging you, that the tax is high, but there's nothing that can show me that actually you are not working. So I will base on what I'm seeing and I charge you.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the ones that don't keep records. So you talked about the benefits. I mean the under declaration. What is the consequence of someone looking out there who is a persistent person who is engaged in under declaration?
Sometimes when we come, these are the people that give us hard time. You will end up distance closing their shop, though it's not proper. But someone doesn't keep records. They have not paid, and again, some of them are hostile. They tell you, if I want my shop, so you end up having no option but to tell them, please, first go and pay the tax. If you haven't paid the tax, then we are going to close you. Yeah. So, and I think it's not good. Someone has woken up in the morning, they have gone for work, then you end up closing their shop. It's not proper. But we have no option. No records. You have not paid. Again, you are hostile. What can we do? Really nothing.
Then, what are some of the other challenges apart from keeping records and then under declaration? What are some of those mistakes that small business people keep making, so that someone watching you can try and avoid them?
Honestly speaking, challenges are many. There is a challenge of tampering with our assessments. These people know some accountants around. So you assess them, for instance, give 100,000, then they will go to an accountant, then they reduce it to, for instance, 80,000. Yeah. How? Because when you have already put the PRN, the system does not allow another PRN. But they have now started to exploit that. They go ahead and create another TIN. Yes. When someone has a TIN, they get the national ID of their daughters, of their sons, and they create another TIN. Then they go ahead and assess themselves on that TIN. Yeah. For instance, if you give them 500, they will go and create a TIN in the names of the son or the daughter, and they put 80, and then they pay. By the time you come, they give you a TIN. They give you a TIN which has already made a payment, and it is less than what you had assessed before.
So in that situation, what do you do, and what are some of the consequences to the person who is doing that? We have an option of an additional assessment. When you realize that, for instance, if you look at a big hardware that has paid 100, and it was meant to pay 600, you ask yourself, you ask your colleagues, is there anyone who assessed here? Is this the amount of money that you had assessed? So if they tell you no, even if they say yes, and you realize that actually this person is supposed to pay more than that, you go to our system, you are a e-tax, you make an additional assessment of the money that you think that this person is worth to pay. So an additional assessment specifically is only made if a person has totally underdeclared.
Yes, he has underdeclared and paid. Yes. So you go and you go into the system, you put the right tax that that person is supposed to pay. Yes. Additional assessment. If he had paid 100 and you think that that person is supposed to pay 500, you top up 400.
400.
Yes. Challenge is about the knowledge gap, and this one is attributed to both sides, URA and the taxpayer himself. So they don't take an initiative to learn. Even when we put those seminars for them to learn, they don't come.
They don't want to learn.
Yes. I remember there's a time we were in Kavale, and we had a seminar at Kavale Stadium. They invited URA. We went there. To our surprise, less than 20 people attended. But then when you go out the field, they will tell you, but you people, you are not educating us. We don't know what you are doing. For instance, you are aware that our financial year begins
on 1st of July.
1st of July. So someone who paid in October, then they will see you again coming in January to assess. But I paid in October and the year has not yet ended. Why are you coming back?
So they did not understand.
They don't know that the financial year actually begins in July and it ends in what? June. So when someone pays in May, they don't expect you to come back in September for assessments.
Maybe so, that is very important to note that the reason we're here in Rubare with the Tujenge bus and the team going door to door is try and close that knowledge gap, to educate that taxpayers, to allow them to understand some of these misconceptions that they are facing in terms of tax education. And as the officer said, please, it takes two to tango, and it needs you to also want to learn these things. It needs you to also believe in doing the right thing. Otherwise, we shall do a lot of education and then you will not try to be benefiting. So it's when the team comes, please allow the team to educate you, to engage you, and you can ask the questions so that these knowledge gaps that we are talking about, so you avoid making the same mistakes that my friend is talking about. So yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, they are illiterate. Okay, they don't know much about URA. Some of them actually, they fear us. When they see URA, they start panicking. They close their shops and run away. Some, not all of them. Some use it as a trick of tax evasion. Yeah.
So they think if they close and go away, but they actually
are there every day. You find them, but when you come with your vehicle, you park it there, then they get to know that these are URA people. They close and run away. Tomorrow you find when they have opened.
So it is also a big challenge.
Yes, they did.
So how do you deal with such people? Because it could be rampant that rather than the knowledge gap, yes, we accept there are people who need to be educated, and that's what the team is there. But then there are these other ones who persistently try to evade by closing shops in pretense of and URA. Then how are these supposed to be handled? And you speak to them on what they should be doing.
And during the time of assessment, when they close, we give an assessment. We can pass it under the door, and when they open, they will find it there. Though it is always an open assessment. You put any figure such that when they find it, they will rush to come to office. I was not around, I found a paper under the door, something like that. They will come and we assess them. We give the TRN basing on the questions that maybe we can ask and even the previous data system. That's what we do during assessments. But then during collection, it is tricky because we need the payment. Yes, we need this payment to come through, but someone has closed. And the neighbor will tell you that he has been here, but after seeing you, they closed and left. So what we do there, we can come back on an unexpected day. Yeah, we go collect from the neighbors. Then in the evening there, we drive our vehicle and come.
Then from experience, you have a challenge of people who keep PRNs, don't pay, and then the financial year ends, and then they go into the next financial year. Now, how do you balance, and the mistakes that a person, how do you balance and help them to comply? And in any case, what is the effect of a person who is engaged in that such activity?
The beauty with our tax for the same 200, right? It is not yet paid. You will find that it is still the same. We always try to make sure that they pay the previous tax. Though some of them don't, they will tell you that I don't have money. But we try by all means at least to engage. Sometimes we bring in some force, though it's not allowed, but we try to cross them, but just for a short time, go and pay. If you're not paid, we are going to close you. That's what we tell them. Mostly, some of them go and pay. But it's not easy. We have to balance our reputation as URA and to make sure that the client is happy. And again, we have to correct. So you have to apply both. Don't be harsh, but get that payment.
Get that payment done.
Another challenge, hostility.
Hostility.
Yes. You find people are harsh. URA people mwatutama. You get out of my shop. This is Uganda, this is my country, this is your country. And it is our responsibility, my responsibility, your responsibility, to make sure that our country develops. So if you get that heart, if you really love your country, then you will pay tax, because it is the tax that will help this country to develop. So one, they should be patriotic, and again, let them keep records for our work to be easier, for them also to benefit from the benefits of keeping records. I would advise any taxpayer who is out there, in the morning when you open up your shop, your business premise, get a book, write something. Someone who keeps records has that advantage, pays less than the one who doesn't keep records. Then again, I would say that URA, we are there, we are open to help clients. If they have any challenge, if they want to know something about taxes, our offices are always open. They should always come and visit us. Let them ask whatever they want to know, and we are always there to help. Some do, but others don't. Don't fear us. We are human beings like you. Some of us also have businesses somewhere. We pay taxes. Even we pay different taxes, pay as you earn and whatever. So we are all Ugandans. The only difference is that for you are a taxpayer and for me I'm a tax collector.
That has been it for today. The special edition of Tax Mchuzi, Tax Payment and Voluntary Compliance. Andrew Bukenya is my name, and I will see you on the next edition of Tax Mchuzi. Bye.